NIO is back in the EV world news after announcing earlier this year that the 2022 versions of some of its electric vehicle models will be available with several major upgrades and increased vehicle and battery prices. For the 2022 models, there will be significant smart hardware upgrades. Prices for car models and batteries are expected to rise as a result of the significant performance improvements. But even with a price increase, the ES6 is still more affordable than a couple of electric vehicles that have similar features, which is impressive. Stay tuned with us to find out more about the newly improved and upgraded NIO ES6. What exactly is the NIO ES6? The ES6 is an electric SUV in the mold of the Audi e-tron, Mercedes-Benz EQC, Jaguar I-Pace, and Tesla Model X. It is a car you've probably never seen before from a company you've probably never heard of. Who creates it, you may ask? NIO, the company that makes it, is a 5-year-old Chinese startup. You may have heard of its Formula E team or the EP9 hypercar, which held the Nürburgring EV lap record for 2 years until VW smashed it with the IDR. It employs 9,000 people, which is 3 times that of Ferrari, but a fraction of Tesla's 45,000-person workforce, and is traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So what makes the NIO very important? In China, NEVs, or new energy vehicles, are big business. NIO is one of nearly 500 registered NEV manufacturers, but one of a tiny minority that has actually built, sold, and delivered some vehicles. While overall car sales are declining, sales of NEVs in China are steadily increasing. However, the government has reduced generous manufacturer subsidies by up to half, putting pressure on the industry. Let us talk about this affordable upgraded car. The NIO ES6 is an excellent vehicle. In many ways, it competes with the European competition. The interior is comfortable, roomy, and well done. The infotainment system looks and feels classy, and the powertrain is smooth, quiet, and quick. Another significant benefit is access to NIO battery swapping stations, which has recently just been implemented in the UK. The upgraded ES6 is also available with a battery capacity of 100 kWh, which is an improvement from the previous 70 or 84 kWh and provides a range of approximately 610 kilometers. It also goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.7 seconds. But how does it feel to drive the NIO ES6? Despite the extensive use of CFRP and aluminum in its construction, the ES6 is a substantial piece of machinery, not less than 2.5 tons, a large portion of which is due to the battery. At the very least, the weight is low, so it doesn't roll around too much. The ES6 inherits the high-performance DNA from the racetrack to the road, with a perfect duo of a permanent magnet motor and a high-performance sensor motor for both performance and endurance. The combination of high-strength aluminum and carbon fiber ensures a body that is light in weight but rigid in structure. It has a softness to it that makes it comfortable around town, but on the highway and country roads, it introduces loose body control, causing it to bounce along somewhat inelegantly. It'll never compete with the Jaguar I-Pace in terms of handling. The ES6 isn't particularly adept at being pushed, but it could definitely use some tightening up. But hey, if softness is what the Chinese truly desire, NIO can't be blamed for caving. However, the powertrain is impressive. All ES6s are all-wheel drive. Cheaper models have a permanent magnet motor on each axle, but cars like the one we drove had a better induction magnet motor at the rear, which improved performance and efficiency. What does it look like on the inside? Of course, the ES6 and any Tesla share similarities. The door handles motor out of their housings to greet you. There's no start button, just put your foot on the brake and select a gear, and there's a massive portrait touchscreen that dominates the interior. The touchscreen is powered by NIO's own software, which is extremely user-friendly. So far as we can tell, it's only available in Mandarin, which we don't understand, but we expect that with the update, there'll be an English version. It responds quickly to inputs, and the graphics are crisp. The most otherworldly thing in here is NIO's voice assistant, Nomi. It works in the same way as Mercedes and BMW systems, except this time it has a face, a swiveling head thing that sits on the top of the dashboard where the stopwatch would be in a Porsche. It looks at you when you talk to it from any of the car's 5 seats, or when you don't wear your seatbelt seatbelt, and when you listen to music, it begins shaking a set of virtual maracas. All very strange, but rather amusing. In terms of voice control, our aforementioned lack of Chinese language skills prevent us from actually conversing with Nomi. When native speakers fed it navigation destinations, it seemed a little hit or miss. The interior design and layout are intriguing. NIO has not pulled a Tesla and completely removed the center tunnel, though no doubt it could have done. It's quite high, in fact, so the driver and front passenger are somewhat cocooned. There's storage underneath, a wireless charger on top, and a large storage bin in the center. Material quality is generally good. Some were expecting something that felt cheaply made, but the ES6 is anything but. It's also large. Regardless of where you sit, there's plenty of space. A front passenger seat that slides all the way back and has an extendable footrest is extremely comfortable, and the driving position is ideal for a vehicle of this size and type. The ES6 creates a sophisticated and high-tech mobile living space with its class-leading length of 4,850 millimeters. It is the first NIO model to include a microfiber headliner, 3-spoke sports steering wheel, and integrated sports seats, resulting in the dynamic and vibrant cabin space. The ES6 brings joy and comfort to both drive and ride, thanks to the available lounge seat, Napa leather, and intelligent fragrance system. Now let us talk about the buying. This is where things get really interesting for those who live in China and can afford to buy the ES6. Purchasing a NIO is akin to joining a club. It provides access to any NIO house, which are the company's dealers, clubhouses located in shopping malls throughout many of China's largest cities. These spaces, which resemble a Tesla store crossed with an Apple store crossed with a Starbucks, have a public section where prospective owners can buy cars and an invite-only section, often an entire floor, for existing owners and their friends and family. These sections include a coffee shop, library, children's play area, and even office space for rent. Would the British use them? We have no idea, but they appear to work in China. A NIO also grants you access to the company's network of 123 power swap stations, which is the only network of its kind in the world. NIO has built these stations along 3 of China's busiest expressways, and you can find some in major cities like Beijing and Shanghai. Despite being staffed 24 hours a day, the process is completely automated. After the NIO man has maneuvered your car into position, he enters a small room and prods some buttons. Your vehicle is then shuffled into position before being lifted into the air. Its battery is removed and replaced with a new, fully charged one. The entire procedure takes less than 10 minutes and costs around 20 pounds. At any given time, each station contains 5 batteries and can service 70 cars a day. Of course, you can charge the car as well. NIO's app is so good at tracking public chargers that many non-owners rely on it. On a fast DC charger, charging the ES6 from 0% to 80% takes just under an hour. In addition to the power swap stations, NIO has a fleet of vans available for quick charging. Simply summon one through the app and a driver will arrive at your location to deliver the EV equivalent of a splash and dash, 60 miles of range in 10 minutes. The ES6 starts at 358,000 renminbi. That's approximately 42,000 pounds in China. The highest spec Premier Edition ES6 costs around 58,000 pounds. Meanwhile, the cheapest Jaguar I-Pace costs the equivalent of 73,000 pounds in China, while the Tesla Model X costs more than 90,000 pounds, making the ES6 more affordable. The NIO ES6 performed admirably, and we are confident that the newly upgraded NIO ES6 2022 will perform even better with the improved battery. And once again, we ask, what more do you want? What do you think about the ES6? Would you buy this EV if it was available in your area? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video, please do not forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more.